And good morning, good people. This is your PooleProof Wisdom Moment. A long time ago, I had to come to terms with the fact that I'm one of those people to whom individuals have very strong reactions. Either you get me or you don't. And the people who don't tend not to like me very much, and they have all of their reasons. And what I've done over the years is instead of spending my time trying to make them like me, because that's an avenue I have no intention of traveling, what I did try to do is at least understand what it was about who I am and how I am that made them not fans of this particular guy. What I have come to find is that it's usually two factors. If you ask these people, and I know this from talking with people they've talked to about me, that it's because I'm very self-aware and I have no qualms about saying as much. And get this, I tell the truth. I like telling the truth. I don't like lying. I don't see the benefit of it. But as you go through your life, a lot of people want you to play into those two particular areas. Being someone who wants to go along, to get along, meaning acting and pretending like you're like everybody else, saying that you like things when you don't like it. I stand up for myself, and I don't really care who does like the fact that I do it or not. I don't get up in the morning and look myself in the mirror and think because I've got this number of people who like me and that number of people who don't, that I need to, of course, give a lot of focus to those people who like me and then run after the ones who don't. I just say, hey, it's all gravy. I'm going to keep it moving. But what is interesting is that this second factor in particular, telling the truth, really irritates the hell out of people. White lies, they call them, little untruths. I don't have time for that. I just like to tell it like it is and let people react as they may. Now, because I don't like the term living in my truth, I don't use it unless I slip and fall and hit my head or something. Because I believe everybody has their own truth. You don't need to say it, and you don't need to wear it like a badge of courage. But that doesn't mean because it's your truth that you have a right to expect that everyone's going to accept it. I state it, I accept it, and I move on. And when you are in that space where you can say, this is who I am and I'm comfortable with it, if you don't have a lot of shenanigans and foibles that you want to cast off as being reasons why you are this way or that way, but you're simply comfortable in the space of who you are in your own skin, that rattles a lot of people. Because if they aren't in that space, they may feel like you're judging them. But if they took time to know you, particularly in my case, they would realize I don't judge you at all. You do you, I do me, and somehow, if we're willing, in the middle, we'll meet and find a way. The truth-telling, however, that's another story, because I have basic rules about how I exist in the world. And when it comes to the relationships I hold, I always tell people, you want to know how to keep me as a friend for life? And they'll ask, well, no, what is that? And I say, it's very, very simple. Don't lie to me and don't lie about me, and I'll return the favor. It keeps my life so simple because, like Mark Twain once remarked, and I'm paraphrasing here, there's a good reason not to lie, because when you don't lie, you don't have to remember which lies you told and to who you told them. Just imagine the amount of time I save because I can just say this is truth as I know it and then go for it and not come back a week later and say, oh no, I didn't say that, or yes, I said that. The truth for me is the truth, knowing who I am and where I stand and what I believe and being so comfortable in it that I get up every morning glad to be me. That's pretty potent, and it pisses some people off. It also scares a lot of people because in a world where there are so many people who are trying to be anything else but who they are, you're a little weird if you're comfortable exactly who you are and you don't make any excuses or try to give any indication that you're trying to be anyone else. And that's the kind of person I think you really want to aspire to be. Stand firm in your convictions in terms of who you are. Now that is assuming that you're not a raging you-know-what, of course, raging arsehole, as they say. Be kind, be considerate, be open, be understanding, be non-judgmental, because when you live in truth and are comfortable with who you are, lumps and all, it opens up the door you can travel through that helps you be those things to everyone else you encounter. Often people who are thought to be hard to get along with are the people you really want in your corner, because they're the ones who will really go the distance with you, because they're not spending their time trying to figure out how to judge you. They're figuring out how to love you, how to do for you, and how to support you, and hoping that you will do the same for them. At least that's been what the case has been in my experience. So when you get up this morning, if you have a tendency to wonder who likes you today and who likes you tomorrow and who's in between, stop doing that. Stop wasting your time. Learn to like yourself. Learn to love yourself, and above all else, learn to feel comfortable dwelling in the space of truth. I guarantee you, you'll be glad you did. That's your Foolproof Wisdom moment for today. Find me on Spotify, on Apple and Google Podcasts, on Anchor.fm, and podcast platforms everywhere. You can also pick up my latest book, I Am My Own Cause, the third act, on Audible and on my book site, PooleProofBooks.com. Have a great day.